Hello. In this video, we'll be going over how to update your banking information using your IRS online account. So if you received a tax notice from the IRS called a CP53E Notice, then that means that the IRS could not process your direct deposit for your refund. Most likely, this is for one of two reasons. Either A, you did not request a direct deposit refund and you were expecting a check, or B, you requested a direct deposit refund, but there was a mistake with your accounting information. So in either of those situations, the CP53E letter says that you have 30 days to update your direct deposit information so that the IRS can process your refund. So a couple of things. First, you don't have to do this if you consider yourself to be technology challenged. So the daunting part of this is setting up an IRS account in the first place, which we're not going to cover in this video. But for those of you who do have an account, it is a little difficult to find the banking information that the IRS is referring to. So what I've done is I've taken a screenshot of my account and then we're going to go to the information page where you can update your banking information. Again, only if you've already set up an IRS online account. You would go through id.me, verifying your identity, all of that. Once you've done that and you're able to log into the IRS account, then your first screen should appear something like this. You're going to have your account status, notifications. Down below, you'll have payment options and stuff. So we've covered in other videos some of the things that you can do within the account. What we're going to go over is not in any of these menu items, but up here. We're going to go to the profile section, which is the link with the little silhouette of a person next to it. We're going to click on that. So now that we're on profile, you'll see 4 different pieces of information that you can update. So you can update your personal information, you can update communication preferences, your identity PIN. You can't do anything about your identity PIN, but this is where you would go to retrieve it. So we're going to go to the banking information and we're going to log in, and as you can tell, it's got up to 2 bank accounts, or in my case it's got 2 bank accounts saved. You do have the option to add bank accounts. You can delete them. You can have up to 5 accounts. This is the section that the IRS is referring to when it talks about updating your banking information. And in response to a CP53E notice, it is the only way that you will be able to do this. So to add bank account, you simply go to this tab. It's going to ask you to enter your checking or savings, whichever account type, the routing number of your financial institution, your account number. Everything's going to be input twice. You can put a nickname, like, one can be a checking account, one can be a savings account, one can be Junior's checking account, or whatever. And then when you're finished, you simply hit submit. To back out, you can cancel, and it'll take you back to the banking main page. So this is how you update your direct deposit for banking purposes using your IRS online account. If you are not able to do this as instructed in the CP53E notice, then the other thing, you'll eventually get a check. Now, according to the IRS website, it will be delayed. So we're going to go to the page that talks about understanding your CP53E notice. So a couple things. 1, visit your account if you want to update your direct deposit information. Then allow 2 to 5 days for that information to update. You can use the Where's My Refund tool to check out your refund status. Underneath is a bunch of frequently asked questions. So, why do I need to provide a bank account? How do I know if this was successful? You cannot update your bank account by calling the IRS. So please save yourself a couple of hours of time sitting on hold. The IRS employees will not be able to help you if you call to the 800 number. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom, here's the question that most people have. What if I don't respond to my CP53E notice? What if I don't update my direct deposit? Well, if you don't do that, then the IRS will issue a paper check after 6 weeks. So that's 6 weeks after the end of the 30-day period in your letter. So for example, if your letter was dated April 1st, then the IRS would wait 30 days after April 1st or May 1st, then count 6 weeks after that. You would be looking at getting a paper check sometime in the middle of June. So that's all we have for today's video on how to update your direct deposit information based on your CP53E notice. If you have any other questions, please feel free to hit us up in the comments section. And if there's any topics that you would like to see a future video on, please feel free to hit me up in the comments as well. So if you like our YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you like our articles, which you can find on teachmepersonalfinance.com, please subscribe to our newsletter. Thank you very much and have a great day.